Small unit tactics is your thing, politics is mine. I'm looking after the interests of our people.
Why? Get a better deal to invade Metro and make it yours.
She turned and almost stormed away, but stopped and spun back to him.
You may feel that you're a master of politicking, but I get the sense that you don't realize that those you're negotiating with are not politicians. They're soldiers, warriors who know nothing of political arena. The supplies they gave us at personal risk will be useless when we're all dead. You're gonna fuck this up for all of us.
Crank countered.
Did you hear them? They're desperate. That desperation's our advantage if we hold out long enough.
We're facing obliteration, and for once, DF and our interests are aligned.
She studied his eyes.
You're not holding out for a better deal, are you? That's just something you tell yourself to square some fucked up circle in your own head. Tell me, Daddy, what's the real reason you refuse to work with them?
It seemed like a standoff until Pixie's mind began to grasp her father's reluctance.
It's Mom, isn't it?
She explained calmly, sternly.
You never told me how she died. Every time I ask, you either changed the subject or gave me some half-assed story that altered a little with each telling. So, Craig Gasillo, why is it that you refuse to work with DF?
When he didn't say anything but stared, she closed the distance challengingly. Still silence.
We don't have time for your baggage, Dadag. Fucking tell me.
Crank looked away, hiding his expression, which forced Pixie to sidestep to keep his moonlit face in view.
There are some things a father just doesn't tell his child. We were on our third day of Zengsa, wandering the desert. We had just 2 days of rations left when BF patrolled, but he found us. I thought they were going to help us. You know, a man, a wife, an infant alone in the waste, you help them, don't you? Because that's what you do. You help people.
Crank closed his eyes a moment. He then looked back to his daughter.
They called her a dirty reaver whore while they enjoyed themselves. I was cuffed and gagged and forced to watch. You were months old and laying on the ground and they didn't care.
He stared to the side for a long moment before his face instantly showed the torment of the memory he kept deeply hidden.
When they were done, put a bullet in her head.
He paused to fight off the horror he relived.
I screamed through the gag. I promised I would find them and murder them and their families. But he just laughed and left me there, cuffed and watching my sweetheart. I didn't have the luxury of getting her a proper burial.
The girl's arms fell to her sides as she shook her head.
I was forced to leave her while I stumbled aimlessly with you in my arms.
I'm sorry, Dad.
She trailed off and put her arms around her father. After the two embraced what seemed like an eternity, Pixie looked up and into Crank's eyes.
Some reavers are bad, monsters even. But not all of us are. You're not, I'm not. No one I know and can't be is. Therefore, not all BF soldiers are monsters. Gandalf isn't, Gallet isn't.
Pixie took a few seconds to let that resonate in her mind.
My guess is that many more DF soldiers are better people than we'd like to get credit. Maybe we all use prejudice as a way to escape our own dishonor, make things we do more palatable. Maybe we're all just simply struggling to manage a dying world the best way we can. And maybe we've all let hate take us too far in the wrong direction. I know. I was doing the same thing. Like you, like many of us, I used to kick uses for the shitty prouds to keep on hating all of them. If I can fall in love with a man who used to be in defense force, you can put aside what few of them get to Mom. Begin to build a relationship with them. Please. Reavers, Metro, DF, we're all the same people. And our people are dying, Dad. We need each other, or we will leak it.